Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of PATTAY'S Performance. Today we are in my cramped garage. Actually, tonight, because it gets dark by 5. Nonetheless, it's late, can't make noise. But I know I just posted a video about the Troy Bilt 2620, but I did tell you I have another two that I purchased. Well, I'm actually not one I bought for the channel, and this one I found in the garbage. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys would see that I posted this thing the night that I got it. Well, came across it, whatever. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, at PATTAY'S Performance. But I'll just give you a brief scenario of what happened. I had to go run and help my buddy out. A very good buddy of mine. He's like a brother to me. And been helping him out a lot. He helps me out, no doubt. So it's a relationship like that. But on the way back from helping him out, I guess God blessed me, or whoever you believe in, whatever you want to believe in. Yeah, this was in the garbage. It's actually not in bad shape at all. And the snowblower that I bought, these are broken. I don't know if you guys can. These are broken inside here. These plastic spacers, right? They're broken. Now they do nothing but space out the auger. So the correct way is to take this machine apart and separate the augers and put them back in, or I might cut them and try and glue them. I don't know what I want to do. Obviously, because I sell things, I have to do things right. Alright, I got my Milwaukee flashlight out. My LED. It's pretty dope. But this is what's broke right here. Only one is broke. Right on the inside. That's all it is a spacer. Look at this. Do you see that? There's sheet metal screws in here. Why is there sheet metal screws in here? I'm going to put you guys down. Stick my hands in there. What the hell? I hope this doesn't need anything. I wonder if I spin the auger. Okay, you see that? As I'm spinning the auger. Look. The hell? See that? What else is in here? Actually, the augers are really not a lot of rust. Like this machine wasn't used a lot. Alright, so that's good. Let's check out the skid shoes. Skid shoes are metal. And have some wear. They're actually underneath. This machine is set up pretty shitty. Okay, let's alright. Oh no, that's dirt. So the paint's in pretty good shape. Some oxidation. Actually, I could rub this off. I could probably power wash that off. So I gotta bring that to work and power. Wow, this thing is practically brand new. See, but this is what concerns me. See that? It's possible that the cause of death of this machine is no compression. Motor could be Dunsky, but even if it is, I will put an engine on this. Alright, so anyway, so let's talk about this machine. It's actually really not a bad machine at Lowe's. Troy Bilt Storm 2620, obviously 26 inches wide, okay, 20-inch opening. We have your snow throw chute. I don't have any here, so see, my Arians are all snow throws. So this has a nice articulated chute, so you have more control of where the snow is going compared to like a snow blower where it's short and stubby and it just goes all over the place. This is a really, really nice machine. When we modify the impeller on this, which I will show you, it's just really gonna highlight the impeller modification. We're going to throw snow farther than stock, and we're not going to jam up. So it's almost like, it's really kind of like a poor analogy, but consider a snowblower with a short chute like a musket. You know, Civil War, you fire that musket ball, it's going anywhere and everywhere. Consider this as like a rifle. Okay, now you're going to have a little bit more control of your trajectory. Okay, so we really have some nice, deep V groove. I like to call these V, per se. Okay, these are perfect for tire chains because you can sit the tire chains right in between the groove and you're just going to have really, really good traction. Okay, obviously we have your electric start. Here's our starter right here. The cool thing about this is this has a stator output that puts out electricity to this light. So if you wanted to add another accessory like heated hand grips, we could do that. Now I have never. Heated hand grips are like 50 to 70 bucks. And if you guys know, our Aryans have heated hand grips and they work. We choose not to utilize them. Because if you wear a good set of gloves, you need heated hand grips. Cleaning cars, cleaning whatever, you're going to need gloves. So stop. Don't believe the hype. It's just a gimmick. But a nice, cool, convenient thing nonetheless. So we can convert to LEDs. I've done LEDs on these snowblowers at a customer's request. And I also did LEDs on a flip because I wanted to see how much more money I could squeeze out of the machine. And I didn't do anything. The bulb went, instead of putting a $5 bulb, I slapped on $30, maybe $20, $35 worth of LEDs, 2 pots, just to see if it would, nothing. And to be honest with you, one LED was bright, one LED was dim. So it was kind of crappy anyway. So if you guys are planning on doing that, just some food for thought. You can run an LED, just don't put 2, just do one nice big one, or just 1 cube. Okay, so this is the compact version. We could loosen up these brackets and this machine will fold down. But when you do fold it down, right, you're going to have to disconnect the chute handle right here. Because when you fold, this is part of the chute. Does this even work? Let's see. I never done nothing, right? So we got that. The trigger works. So anyway, so while we're here, this is joystick chute control. See, okay, so this locks. Squeeze the trigger, it unlocks. But we have to adjust this by hand. With that being said, this machine is not ideal for a snow cab, right? When you have a snow cab, the purpose of having a snow cab is to never, once you get the machine running, operating, and blowing, once you get that out and started, you are supposed to never come out behind that unless you're going home. But now if you need to change your throwing path, you're going to have to step out behind it, and that defeats the purpose. We have 2 speeds reverse, 6 speed forward, so we have a nice 8-speed transmission, very typical. Okay, we have drive, yep, this is drive because the wheels are locked, and this is to blow snow. Does this machine have auger lock? And by looking at it, it should. So auger lock does, look, one hand, it's hard for me to do that, hold down the drive, and you hold down the auger, and look at that. One hand operation. So I'm holding one hand to move the machine and blow snow, and I could use my other hand to move the chute, which obviously I can't do because, actually, no, I'll put my elbow down. See, blowing snow, moving along, one hand, throwing here, throwing there, and that's it. You can't control up or down, but something's better than nothing. Does have a built-in shear pin holder. The shear pins are missing. There's 2 of them. We could easily replace those, which we will. That's a cool, neat little feature to have. Okay, and are the cables adjustable? The cables are adjustable, but the only way to adjust them is you move them. Let me get my light. You move them into the other hole. if you guys can see the other hole. Yep, see that? The other hole. And the same on the other side, the other hole. So this has your typical 2.8cc Power More engine. Overhead valve. Nice engine. Very common for this size. Ariens is the only one that does a 20820 inch snowblower, and that's been on my channel, so you guys can check that out too to see that monster. So to put in retrospect, this 26-inch machine by this 2.8cc engine is on a 20-inch snowblower. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty much unstoppable at that point. So like I said, 2.8cc, that should be around 6 horsepower. Not bad. Okay. On, off. Key. Primer. And your choke. This is your gears, more tires. Overhead valve. Spark plugs you need to do adjustment. I feel like the Power More engines run a little quiet. So going back here, this machine does have provisions for drift cutters. Does not come with it. Comes with this chute to stop it from clogging. But once you modify the impeller, that will literally become a cosmetic accessory. I'm just looking at it now. I notice a little bit of puddle here. Oh, shoot. It's leaking gas. It's leaking gas. What the hell? I didn't even know this thing had gas in it. I definitely know we're going to have to go through the carburetor. Or maybe we'll just replace it. Let's see. Yeah, it's like nothing in here. It almost looks like watery. You know? Yeah, alright, so. It's past our noise ordinance issue, but anyway, I'm going to pull off this recoil and let's see what we got. Alright, so. First things first, we're going to because we can't make any noise, we're going to try and fix this recoil. But, what I noticed is, I guess they tried to repair this, and were unsuccessful. Because look, we're supposed to have 3 bolts. 1, 2, right? 1, 2, and the third one right here on the bottom is missing. So, not the end of the world. This repair can be done with just 2 bolts. I will get a third, but to keep things uniform, because we will, oh look at this, this is loose by hand. Just to keep things uniform, because they're going to be all different now, I'm going to have to put 3 new bolts. Obviously, if it's your own machine, you can do whatever the heck you want. We use an 8mm. And if you guys see I'm sporting my brand new Milwaukee ratchet under warranty, I'm very happy about that. Let's see what we got. The moment of truth. What is busted on here? What the hell? See that? Uh-oh. You can hear compression. Oh, this has compression. So why isn't this going back and forth? And look, the recoil works. You see that? See how these teeth are ejecting? Maybe they just didn't wound this right? Alright, nonetheless, let's get this party started. So we are just going to cut this, because this is useless. Okay. And we're going to let this ride. See, oh look at this, this wasn't even wound. What the hell? Just pull this out. There wasn't even much rope to begin with in the first place. Hey, let's have to spend money on a handle. Alright, so we need to line up This is the hole that comes out. We need to line up this hole here. Okay, so now we need to get tension. Once we start getting tension, right, I start. See how we'll line up? Now we start our revolutions. 2.5 to 3 spins. I do the 3. 1, 2, 3. I just take my small pick. We have to jam it somewhere so it almost looks like the holes are aligned. So we just got to look for a space in the recoil where it's kind of close and we could work with it. And it seems like there isn't. You know, we're just going to stick this right here. No, that's a bad spot because then we have to move this. That's alright. Once we stick the rope in, we're going to move this forward and we'll splice it in. Okay, so I buy my rope in bulk because I use it a lot. These are Stens, part number 145612. I buy this in 100 feet quantities. 5/32 is the diameter. I use this on everything. It is universal. I use it on lawnmowers, snowblowers, weed whackers, blowers, anything with the recoil handle. Now our length is, try and do, so hard to say, I go by length because I just know it. But I'll get the exact measurement for you. And then it's also okay to go a little bit further back because you can just trim it to fit. But what I do, because I'm like the perfect size, I just stretch my arms out, arm to arm, okay? And then I just know to go about 6 inches over after that. So now what we're also going to do now is we have to melt this tip. I mean, I guarantee you we can't slide this in the way it is. So this is nylon rope. So what you do is you get a torch of some sort. I happen to just use my soldering tool, a butane torch. But you could use a lighter, candle. Get this nice and hot. Okay, and we'll just take it like so. It's going to be a little hot, but I have manly hands, so it doesn't feel hot to me. Uh-oh, I just turned it off. Same thing. Did I tell you I just sold my last Snow Commander? No, I'm sorry. I picked up a Snow Commander, right? I finished the paintwork on it because I was down. I went from 5 down to 1, and I picked up another one. And I was just about to put it into storage, and I sold it tonight. So now I'm down to 1 again. That's also a reason why we're late. So anyway, we got our painted tip. I mean our torch tip. It's nice and pointy. We're going to stick it in, and we're going to try. Look at that. Like butter. Like butter. Take it. Now remember, if you guys watched my Troy Bilt video, right, when I did the mobile repair, the guy gave me his rope. That shit was so cheap, it pulled right through. And we had to double knot it. You will not have to double knot this. This is nice and thick. So that's okay with it leaving it like that, but like I said, I have issues. So I will cut that. I want to stick it inside. I also like to, I don't like to leave a loose end like this. I like to, it's almost like cutting grass, right? When you cut your grass, you really should water it as soon as you're done, because you're sealing the tips and you prevent burn. My father taught me that. My father's a smart man and he was right. Release that. Okay, now we're just going to let this go. Never rip that. And see where we're at. Okay, so as you see, we're good to go. Now we can put our handle on there. Now when I do the handle, right, I like to have a little tension on it so the handle, the rope holds the handle nice in. I love that. I don't like when the handle's laying off the thing. It looks like crap. Alright, so we'll do the same thing. We'll tie a knot and we'll put this back together. Alright, so we have this trimmed. So we need to seal this up. Now let's put it on. Oh man, I think we're going to luck out on this one. Line up the 3 holes. Okay. We'll just put the 2 back in there. Now, because I know I'm missing one, I'm not going to bother with anti-seize, because this is just a dry fit. I would anti-seize these, because you have 2 different metals, aluminum, steel, and it's a snowblower. Nice and snug. Look at that. Now what do you think? I think we have a goodie. I think we have a good one right here. Oh shit. What the hell? Oh, there we go. That's compression. That's compression. Oh, that's compression. Holy. So this thing was literally thrown out in the garbage because of a busted recoil. Maybe they tried to repair or not. And a leaky carburetor. But now we have to figure out what happened first. Did the recoil go bad? And because they let it sit for so long, the carburetor went bad. Doesn't make any sense because it has electric start. What the hell? Maybe the carburetor went bad and they were trying to start it and they broke the recoil. Oh, maybe the electric start is no good. This could be burnt out. If you think about it, right? Like, hold on, let's think about this hypothetically. Carburetor's gummed up, pain in the ass to start, or it won't start. So they use the electric start, burn it out. That's a goner. Muerta. Dead in Spanish. Gone. Okay. Then they switch to the recoil. The recoil breaks. And that's it. They write this machine off. I think so too. I think that's it. That's it. Carburetor, electric start, then recoil. Let's see if this electric start works. Alright, so let's plug this in. I can't crank this thing because of noise. Electric start works. Right now I don't know. Now I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. That's it, guys. That's going to be a wrap for tonight. This is as far as I'm going to take it. We are done, per se. Got good news. So far, this thing isn't blown up, from what we know of. There's a model number. But, I'm at a loss of words right now. Shear pins are missing. So, I don't know, I never bought a new snowblower, right? Do you think that they didn't put them on, or did they go through shear pins? I don't know, I'm a little bit out of a loss right now. I'm a little bit shocked. I mean, we're going to get this thing going no matter what, because that's what we do here. I'm just trying to figure out how this ended up at the curb. And you should too. Alright, guys, on that note, I'm calling it a night. I'll see you guys for part 2. I guess we'll just start going further and further into this machine. So anyway, if you guys found this video helpful, smash the like button, smash that subscribe button, and guess what? I'll see you guys on the next episode of PATTAY'S Performance. And don't forget, check me out on Instagram. Later.